Hello and welcome to Political Science 1018 Introduction to American Government and Politics. My name is Dr. Dirk Horn. I'm your instructor for this winter session course. And this is a navigation video that will show you how to navigate the course website. It's especially helpful to those that have never taken an online course on Canvas. If you come from BC or any other community college in California, you're probably familiar with Canvas as that's the learning management system that they use. So when you log into Canvas, you're going to use the same credentials that you use to log into Blackboard. Once you log in, you'll be presented to your dashboard. It has all the classes that you're enrolled in for both winter session and the upcoming spring semester. You'll want to look for the American Government winter session tile. That's the one with Abraham Lincoln. It says Winter 2020 1018-761. You'll click on that. You'll be brought to the course homepage. It'll look a little different than this as I'm an instructor view, but nonetheless, it looks pretty much like this. This is where all the links to all the course materials and assignments are, and this is basically home base for the course. Once you get to the class homepage, any announcements I have throughout the course, I'll send you some assignment announcements to remind you to turn assignments in before their due dates. They'll pop up here at the beginning of the course. But when you first log in, you'll want to start in week 1 module, which is right here, getting started in the class. You'll want to read this page first. Just click on this, it says read this first. Then it'll take you to this page. This will have the embedded navigation video, which you're watching. It'll be posted here for your reference throughout the course if you need to remember where anything is located. And then it has your introduction video, which you'll want to watch directly after this video. It explains some of the assignments more in depth, some of the due dates. But after you watch those two videos, you'll want to backtrack, right? Hit the back button on your browser and take you back to the course homepage, where you'll be able to go to the next section directly beneath this page where it says how the course works. And we'll go there directly after this page in a moment and read that material there. It'll give you an outline of basically what you need to do day to day if you need a more structure. This course is going to be open. The whole course is going to be open, though you will have to complete each week's material before the next module opens, but it'll be open. So if you want to work and knock out all the material in a week and a half, a week, you can do that, right? So just make sure that you meet some deadlines that we'll talk about in the introduction video, but just make sure that you meet all the deadlines for each week, and then you can work as fast as you want, right? There's no penalty for working up front. There is no midterm or final exam in this class, as I'm being generous, as I know this is a short time class. So just three main category of grades, the discussion forums, the inquisitive assignments, which we'll talk about here in a minute, as well as the chapter activities, right? After you read the page entitled How the Course Works, you'll want to go back to the course homepage, and then you'll be able to open up the syllabus. You want to read all the syllabus very carefully, particularly when it relates to any due dates throughout the week, right? There are a couple you need to meet. After you read the syllabus, take the syllabus quiz, quick 10-question quiz. If you've read the syllabus, you'll be able to answer it, no problem. After you take the syllabus quiz, you want to introduce yourself in the student introduction discussion forum. And then after that, you'll want to complete week number 1 inquisitive assignments, which we'll take a look after this in a moment. And we do a little bit of exploring. We'll look at the inquisitive and how to get going on that, right? After you do all these 7 steps, you're ready to go on to week number 2 for the material, right? That's when this module will open, when you complete all those steps, right? Week 2 will open then. But your page entitled How the Course Works is located here, right under Read This First. You'll just click on it. After backing out of the Read This First page, this gives you more structure. If you need more structure, if you're one of those type of students, just give you an outline of what you should be doing every day. Again, you can go with whatever flow you prefer. Just make sure you meet the deadlines throughout the class, right? Particularly Wednesday evening deadline for discussion post, Friday or Saturday evening deadline rather for everything else, for your follow-up discussion posts, for your inquisitive assignments, and for your chapter activities. So just Wednesdays and Saturdays, you got to make sure you have stuff done, right? Your syllabus is located here. Click it. It'll open up a page for you to view it. You can also download a copy if you like. Syllabus quiz directly under this. Your discussion forum is located here. You just hit reply to the question, and it'll create threaded replies that you'll be able to respond to each other with, right? And then after you complete all those, you'll just want to score down to below course resources right here. But in course resources, you have your weekly course schedule again, you have your student learning outcomes, you have assignment instructor and instructor response time, you have some ebook links here. for the We the People in governing California. If you have access to ebook or you just bought straight from the publisher access to ebook. But all this information is also found on the syllabus. It's just posted here for your convenience as well. This Inquisitive Assignment module tab is where you'll want to be familiar with, because you'll be going to hear every week. In order to get started with Inquisitive, you'll want to click on We the People Inquisitive Assignments. And this gives you a little video how to register for Inquisitive if you bought a book from campus, or if you still need to buy the book. There's a couple options you can do here. You can buy the ebook and get the codes for free, right, directly from the publisher for a reasonable cost, cheaper than through the bookstore if you bought the physical book. But if you did buy from the bookstore, those codes come with the book, so you'll be able to use those codes. You can also just buy the code if you don't want the book. If you just took government in high school, and you need to take it again for whatever reason, I mean, you probably the California government component, then you might not need the book, right? And then you can just get around with just the code for the Inquisitive assignments. But watch this video. It'll explain all that. It'll tell you how to do all that. And then you'll go through the same process when you register for the Governing California Inquisitive. There are two Inquisitive assignments. We the People for the main textbook, and Governing California for week number 3 when we go over California politics, right? If you have any technical issues while registering or using Inquisitive, you have to contact Norton, the publisher, to submit a help ticket, because I can't help you with that. I can't access their system. They just report grades to me. That's as much interaction as I have with them. I can't help you with any technical help, including registering help. So you have to submit a help ticket here. You click this link. Excuse me. You click this link and it'll give you to their webpage. You submit a help ticket, they'll get back to you. Don't contact me until you submit a help ticket, because there's nothing I can do. They don't have a reference for me, so I can't even check on the status of your help ticket. So until you have a help ticket and a number and a reference number and all that, don't contact me about technical issues, because I can't help you, right? So that's exactly what I'm going to tell you in the email is I can't help you. You'll have to submit a help ticket. So might as well just take that step initially, and hopefully they get back to you. If they don't get back to you within a couple of days, then email me and I'll check in and see what's going on, right? So this is all your Inquisitive. Once you read all this and watch the video and register, right, you'll want to, or when you're ready to register, you click this little box right here. This opens up. You'll be able to put all your information in, register, provide your code, and then it'll take you to something that looks like this, right? You have the student set. You want to make sure it's 202912. That's our class. And more importantly, you want to make sure that this big green box that says connected to LMS with a check is present, because that means that your grades are getting reported to the course website. If this isn't present, then your grades aren't going to get reported, right? So you got to make sure that you have this box here, right? If you sign up for the trial version, you're able to sign up for the trial version, and the course, I believe, concludes before the trial version would conclude. But your grades will not be reported to the Canvas website if you just sign up for the trial version. So unfortunately, you're going to have to purchase the code at least, or the book with the code to get your grades reported. A couple of Inquisitive assignments due in week number 1. This is, you can see when they're due here, how to use Inquisitive and how to read charts and graphs. You'll be able to get both of them done in under a half hour or so. It's just an introduction into the Inquisitive system. And then you'll have various Inquisitive assignments due for the following 2 weeks. You can see their due dates here, right? And then the next batch here. I did leave some chapters off because I'm being nice, right? I'm being jolly and holiday in the holiday mood, and so I'm not forcing all the material down in these 2 weeks, as it's a heavy lift, right? So if you're wondering what Inquisitive assignments are due each week, you can look at the syllabus. Whatever chapter is assigned that week, that is one you have to do that week, right? Or you can just simply look at the Inquisitive due dates here to see when they're due. All Inquisitive assignments are due by Saturday, 11:59 of each week, right? Okay, so backing out of here, we'll see that Governing California Inquisitive is here. You would just click on the link, open the box, and then go through the same registration process. Use that code that was provided for that, if it doesn't already automatically log you in, right? So same thing there, right? After you complete all the information and the assignments in week number 1, and including the Inquisitive assignments for week number 1, week number 2's module will open. If you don't see it, that's why, because you haven't done all the assignments. And this is where you'll see all the course material for the next 2 weeks in the assignments, right? You'll have your assignment checklist and learning outcomes. This tells you what you need to do, when you need to do it by, what you'll learn, right? All this information is here. First tab of each module for each week, and so that'll get you going and let you know what expected of you, right? Both weeks 2 and 3 run the same, so once you get a hang of week number 2, you'll be ready for week number 3. The lectures and the lecture notes are located directly below that. You'll have all your various lectures for the week, right? There are a lot because it's just a 2-week class, so you have lectures and lecture notes directly below the lectures for a variety of topics, right? You have quite a bit of information here, but the lectures I try to keep them under 20 minutes because I know you guys don't have very long attention span. So I try to do that as much as possible, right? Sometimes I get them around 12 or something like that. That's what I'm aiming for this video. So hang in there. We're almost done. Your discussion forums are underneath the additional readings, which are underneath the lectures. They're also, all additional readings are also hyperlinked in the syllabus. Your discussion forums are here. There's 2 each week. You have to make one initial discussion forum post answering the prompt, and then 2 follow-up posts for each forum. So 6 posts each week. The initial posts for both forums have to be done by Wednesday evening, and then the 4 follow-up posts for each forum have to be done by Saturday, 11:59, right? Almost said Friday, but that's the regular semester class, right? Your chapter activities are here, right? They look like a lot, like, oh my goodness, Dr. Horn, look at all these assignments. These are easy assignments. They should not take you more than 5 minutes a piece, so you get 15 minutes, 20 minutes max. A chapter, right? More probably closer to 15. These assignments are quick and easy. They're just meant to show you how the concepts you're learning in the Inquisitive and in the reading and in the lectures, they're being applied to real life and not historical, like, oh, this happened in the 60s or 70s. That's so long ago. It's not really that long ago, but I get it. This stuff applies to stuff that's happening today in the news under the Trump administration, right? Stuff that happened under the Obama administration, stuff that happened in your lifetime that is happening now. So this is a good exercises that connect concepts and theories to actual outcomes, right? So it looks like a lot. There's 3 per chapter. There's a simulation, a video exercise, and a politics quiz for each chapter. But again, they're quick. They're very quick assignments. Students usually like these. That's what some of my feedback is from my previous online classes, that they love the chapter activities because they're fun. Okay. Make sure you complete the Inquisitive assignments for week number 2. Week number 3 laid out just like week number 2. Right, your learning outcomes, your lectures, your additional readings, your discussion forums, and then your chapter activities, right? There are no chapter activities for governing California chapters. There are Inquisitive assignments for governing California chapters, however. In week number 3, you have Inquisitive for both We the People and governing California, 3 chapters out of that, right? After week 3 module, right? Again, week 3 won't open up until you complete week number 2. But at the end of your page, you'll have student resources such as minimal technical skills requirement. If you've never taken an online class, please read this. Troubleshooting, give you links to some things on campus that can help you, right? Use of course contacts, tutoring. Unfortunately, there's no tutoring for the winter session, but you can still obtain services through students with disabilities, right? The access policy for the campus and Canvas are located as well there, and then technical support for Firefox and Chrome downloads, right? That is it for the navigation video, right? Please make sure you email me if you have any questions. Though, please read all the information in Module 1 and read through the syllabus to make sure the information is not located there, because this probably is. I've taught this online class several times, and I add information more and more each time, but inevitably there'll be some questions. So please don't hesitate to ask after you've read through all the information, and I look forward to working with you the next 2 weeks. Make sure you watch the introduction video after this.